So the new DLC character for Shinobi Strike is finally dropped, and that's Temari. We have another range class character, and the big question that everybody has whenever a new DLC character drops is how broken is this character going to be? Now, in my personal opinion, she's not very broken, but she does her job well as a range type, and her job is to be annoying as hell. That's your job as a range, it's just to be annoying. You sit back, you throw projectiles, and you just be annoying to everybody else. Now, with that being said, the things that make her annoying is her ult and her first jutsu. And I'm gonna explain what each of her moves does, and you'll understand why. So with her first jutsu, Wind Scythe Jutsu, what it does, it creates 4 tornadoes, and those tornadoes hone in on your nearest opponents, and they just consistently hit them. So it's a good little move because it also stops projectiles from hitting you, but they can be destroyed pretty easy. Like a small fireball will destroy the tornadoes if it's done correctly. Like, they can even destroy all 4 if they catch you right at the beginning of you tossing out the tornado. So be careful with that. And it does have a nice little startup time. There's no armor on the move, so if you're gonna do it, you gotta make sure you gotta be able to pull that move off, because they can easily stop you just by throwing a shuriken or just tapping you. You'll stop the jutsu, and then you have to wait until it comes back. Now, what makes this move good is that, like I said, when it hones in on your opponents, they can't really sub. Like say you're attacking somebody and they sub from you, but you have that tornado. That tornado will circle back and then hit them, so they can't really just jump in at you like that. They can't throw projectiles at you because it blocks projectiles. So that's not the thing that makes this jutsu super good, but I'll tell you why in a second. When I get to the ult, I'll explain to you. Her next jutsu, Summoning Blade Dance. She does her summoning jutsu where she summons Temari. If I'm not mistaken, that's the name. Forgive me if I butchered. Let me know in the comments how you pronounce it. But what Temari does is pretty much like a debuff. You can't do any recovery or beneficial thing. Like, your opponent can't do anything that has to do with recovery or anything that's beneficial to them. So, but there's certain jutsus that still gets away with it, which is kind of weird to me. I think that's probably a glitch or something. I don't know. But so there's no healing and nothing like that can be done while they're under the effects of that jutsu. Now, when it comes to the tracking of this jutsu, oh my goodness, you can throw it like on the survival map. If you're at one end of the survival map and you have an opponent on the other end, you can throw that jutsu out, and Temari will track them down and go to the opposite end and hit them. Also, I forgot to mention too that he does damage over time. So while that effect is active, the opponent is taking damage over time. So if you're going to build based upon status effect, I would highly recommend this jutsu to use. Very good, very, very good. And last we have Temari's ult, which is Wind Style Sea Dragon. Wind Style Sea Dragon creates this big hurricane, and it has like a nice range to it. What it does is it sucks in your opponents, and then they'll fly upwards, and they'll get hit. Now, what they don't tell you about this jutsu here is that for every tick of damage that you're doing while they're in the tornado, you're getting your ult meter back. So this is where I say Wind Scythe Jutsu is pretty powerful, along with this Sea Dragon. So with Wind Scythe Jutsu, it does a whole lot of ticks of damage. So you're getting your ult meter back pretty fast, and I'll show you guys. What I'm talking about. First with Temari, and then I'll show you with my build for my creative character. So you do at least, like, if you can catch the crowd, because like with the jutsu, you do at least maybe 17 to 20 something hits. So that's like a good chunk of your ultimate gauge that gets filled up. So with the wind style Sea Dragon, what I normally tend to do is if I'm playing as Temari, I'll let her both her jutsus come back first, and then I'll cast her ult. And then while ult is active, I'll go ahead and throw the tornadoes in there, so everybody's together. They're getting hit by the ult, and then they're getting hit by the wind sight jutsu as well too. So by the time I'm normally done, I'll have half of my gauge back. So it's pretty crazy. So you can continuously. I've done matches where I did like maybe 4 ults in one match, and it does like a lot of damage as well too. That's another thing. I feel like they're gonna nerf that at some point. I don't know how to evade the tornado. The best recommendation I have for that is just stay as far away as possible. That's the best thing I can say. Also, another thing that helps is if you have the substitution. I think it's last Sasuke substitution, where after you sub, you go to like Kamui or something like that. I forget. Like you're invincible for like a certain amount of time. Like everything just goes through you, so you just walk out the tornado. But I did see people still get sucked back in, even though they have that active. So it's kind of weird. But now for the build that I have set for my created character using Temari's jutsus, my character is based on doing a lot of damage with jutsus and also getting recovery back. So that's the two buffs that you want to get on your clothing. That's two passives that you want to get on your clothing. Is one for ninjutsu damage increase and the other one for ninjutsu recovery. Now, what I use for my accessory to make it even more crazy, so I can pop my ult as much as possible, I use, what's that called? The moonlit night hat. There we go. And what that does is after every 12 hits, your ultimate gauge builds up really fast. So with that being said, with my jutsus, I'm using Wind Scythe Jutsu, and I'm using the almighty Majestic Bomb Jutsu as well too. Reason being is because normally with the Wind Scythe Jutsu, I'm getting a whole lot of ticks of damage in, so I'm doing, like I said, 12 to 23 hits each time I'm doing the Wind Scythe Jutsu. So you do that, you get you're proccing your accessory. So that means you're building up your ultimate gauge even faster. And I'll show that as well too. Now, whenever you do your ult, this is where it gets crazy. You do your ult, it sucks everybody in, and you want to make sure that you have, both your jutsus available. So you throw out that Wind Scythe Jutsu first. Everybody's clumped up together, they're getting hit by the tornadoes and stuff. And then after that, shoot the fireball. Big explosion, everybody's getting hit at once by that, and then your gauge comes back. Like, I almost had another ult ready to go after I did that, and then it just clears out the map whenever you do that. But that's pretty much the build that I have going on right now. So you just, like I said, you want to do ninjutsu damage, cooldown, and then a faster ult gauge, and just use Wind Scythe Jutsu and the Majestic Bomb. That's what I typically go for. But like I said, if you're running a status effect build, go ahead and take out Wind Scythe Jutsu and use Katamari. Use Summoning Blade Dance. Use that, and that works fine too. Now, the game modes that I see where Temari really shines at so far, Flag Battle's a good one, and also in the survival mode, she's pretty decent. It's just depending on how everybody plays, but for sure in Flag Battle, she's really good because people have to sit on that point for a time, and you can just harass them with that wind type jutsu or even the sea dragon. So they have to take that. You know, and then you have protection as well too for whenever you do go get the flag, or if you're protecting somebody that is getting the flag, you have that. And I'm pretty sure she would be good on the like the King of the Hill match. I forget what it's called, but I feel like that's her main areas where she's gonna really shine at. Well, those jutsus anyway, it's gonna really shine in those matches, and it's gonna vary in like the combat matches, just depending on what's everybody's class and how they're playing. So that's gonna be another thing. So that's pretty much it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how broken do I think she is? I would say maybe like 4 or 5, 4.5. I would say 4.5. But on her annoying level, like what she's supposed to be as a ranged character, she's off the scales. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's nasty. It's very nasty. So just be mindful of those things, people. Yeah. I'm gonna try to record some more videos for you guys so y'all can see my my gameplay with Temari. I mean, not with Temari, but with my build. I'm gonna play online. Try to get Harley on here, and we're gonna record some stuff for you guys so y'all can see me in action. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something from this. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Become 50 Gamers today. It's an amazing place to be. More content coming. More Shinobi Strikers. Until next time, guys, it's been your boy Durtae.